Elisa Marie Yoga, and tonight's bedtime yoga flow. So before we start, I'd like to just make sure that you're all in your comfies and we're ready to get settled down for the evening, and possibly grab yourself a cushion or a pillow or a blanket. You just want to pause the video, go and grab those now, make yourself comfy, and then come back, roll out your mats, and we shall get started. So we're going to start in a nice easy cross-leg position. If it's not comfy for you to sit in this position, sit under a cushion. It's really important for our relaxation and winding down that we're comfy. So we're just going to take a nice inhalation through the nose and out through the nose and close down the eyes. The next inhalation. As we exhale, we're going to drop our chin down to our chest. And gently do some circles to the right and to the left, rolling the head gently from side to side. Bringing your awareness into your mind, into your body, and away from the room and outside distractions. Throughout all this stretch sequence, you can either have your eyes closed or just have your gaze soft. And then drop the head. I'm going to bring our palms together, placing them into the heart. Bowing the head down to the hands and to the heart. Draw those shoulder blades back a little bit so you can feel a little bit of tension in the heart, in the hands. And just take some nice, steady breaths in and out through the nose. You can imagine as your head's bowed, you've got a little trapdoor coming out the top of your head. And any tensions from the day are falling out of that trapdoor. And any anxieties for tomorrow are melting away out of that trapdoor. As we tell our mind that it's time to wind down and settle for the day. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then release the hands to the knees and lift that head. And again, you can either open your eyes or keep them closed. And we're going to draw the right ear down to the right shoulder. And then inhale and lift and exhale the other way. Inhale and lift. Exhale the other way. One more each side. And lift. And down. Back to the middle. We're going to inhale. We're going to take our arms overhead. Big stretch, interlace those fingers, push the hands away, stretch it all four edges of the torso, at the bottom and at the top, both sides, both edges, feeling the stretch in the fingertips, and release. I'm going to just do some nice shoulder circles, so circle those shoulders, nice and gentle. Circling them back, just to your own range of motion. The idea is to slow down and settle for the evening. So nice big circles forward. And the key to that's often bringing your awareness to your breath, making that exhalation nice and long. And release. So we're going to extend our right leg out to the side, bringing the left one in. And just settle there, just for a moment. Don't take it too wide. We're not trying to overstretch. We're just trying to wind down our body and get everything ready for a nice restful sleep. So we're going to inhale, lifting our arms, taking a big stretch. You can just flex that right foot a little bit. And stretch up, feeling that lovely stretch. And then just turn towards that leg. It might mean you bring this one in a bit further. And then we're going to fold forward over that leg, keeping that toe nice and bright. So there's a little bit of tension in that toe as we round down over that leg and take some nice breaths. Inhaling nice and long. Exhaling even longer. Now you might want to stay here. You might want to move over to one side and increase that stretch on the hamstring. You might want to fold further forward and release the lower back. Your body will tell you where you're tight and what needs to be stretched, and move to that position. There's no right and wrong position. It's all about releasing the tension in your body, and everybody's different. Just take some nice deep breaths here, and we're going to stay here for a few more breaths. Inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. One more breath. And nice and gently, we're going to come back to the middle and swap it over the other way. So bending in that right leg, extending the left. I'm going to take another nice big stretch first. So arms nice and high, feeling that stretch. You can always grab hold of the wrists, move a little bit side to side, just releasing any tension. And then turn towards that leg again. You might need to move that one in a little bit more. And fold forward over that leg, feeling that stretch as you release down. Keeping that toe again bright, keeping a little bit of tension in that toe. Finding that sweet spot for you. You might want to move over to the side of your leg. You might want to come further down, further. You might even want to come to the middle. Your body will tell you. Just find that sweet spot. And take those lovely big breaths. Making those breaths longer on the exhalation. Calming down that nervous system. Relaxing. Letting go of the day. And releasing. And letting go. And then just walking the hands back to the middle. And we're going to place the soles of our feet together in our bound angle pose. Nice and relaxed. And I want you to just give yourself a little bit of a foot massage. So right into the soles of the feet, into the pads of the feet, and even the toes. It sometimes can be nice to use a little bit of essential oils. Lavender oil's nice of an evening. You know, you could just give yourself a little bit of a rub on the ankles. Lavender oil on the ankles and feet is really quite calming in the evening. Just take a little bit of time, a little bit of self-love as you just gently massaging those toes and the feet. Again, there might be a little bit on your foot you think, oh, that needs a little bit of extra love and care. So give it to it. Even wiggle those toes. And then we're just going to take hold of the toes and we're going to release it forward towards the feet. Just go as far as comfortable for you. And just relax, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting go. If there's any residual worries from the day, let it come out of that trapdoor now, the top of your head. Floating out. And release, letting go of those feet. And we're going to come over onto our backs. Nice and gentle, lying out onto the floor. Placing the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart towards the edges of the mat. I'm going to place the hands over to the left and we're going to drop both the knees over to the right, feeling that twist in the spine. Taking some nice deep breaths as you go. If you want to increase that stretch, you can place the right foot on top of the left knee and it just increases the stretch at the waist on the lower spine. Noticing the belly rising and falling. The ribs expanding as you inhale. And deflating as you exhale. And gently bring it back to the middle. Feet flat, hands over to the left, knees over to the right. Turn your head away from the hands if that feels nice. If it doesn't, you can keep it in the middle. Nice big breaths. Again, if you want to increase the stretch, left foot on top of the right knee. Oh, got a little crack there. And breathe. The way we use our breath can energize us or relax us. And to relax, you want to make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. And then bring the knees back to center and give your knees a hug. Squeezing in those knees, rocking right to left, giving your back a little bit of a massage on the floor. Circling if you like, one way and then the other. Feeling. And bring it back to center. We're going to place the left leg onto the floor. The right leg, we're just going to extend. If it's too much, keep that leg bent. We're just going to ease into the hamstrings, pulling it gently towards you. Breathing in and breathing out and sinking a little bit deeper into that stretch. Breathing in and then out. Bringing it closer. And on the exhalation, that's when if you want to increase the stretch, that's where you increase it, pulling it that little bit closer. And then release it. We're going to place the right ankle on top of the left knee, pushing that knee back. We're going to lift the other one off the floor and just draw it in towards you. You can take hold, you can feed the hands through if you want, or you can just use that left leg to just draw the right one in towards you. And breathe. holding that there. So you're drawing the right knee away from you as you're pulling the left one in. So there's a little bit of activation going, especially if you're not using your hands. But then once we release everything and let that go, it's such a lovely feeling. And relax. Place the right foot to the floor. And the left one, grab hold behind the left leg, either the thigh or the calf. Bring it in towards you. Bringing them in. Slowly. Settling. Bringing the mind and awareness to how you feel. How does your body feel? Throughout this course, we'll keep coming back to that observation, observing without judgment. And just notice how your body feels and what it needs from you. So inhale and then exhale a little bit further. And relax. Placing the left ankle on the right knee, pushing that left knee out and lifting the right leg off the floor. Again, if you want to hold onto it, you can do, or just use that energy and activation. Our bodies often tell us what we need, and we often choose to ignore it. Our mind takes over, and logic and reasoning about I need to be doing this or I need to be doing that. But when we start to listen and pay attention and give it what it needs, it starts to function better for us. So learning to listen and respond is really important for like your self-care journey. Nice breaths. And then release as we go. And we're going to take hold of both of the outside edges of our feet if we can, and draw the knees down into our armpits, into our happy baby. Taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And then if you want, let's just do in through the nose and out through the mouth and sighing it out. You might again want to rock side to side, especially if you get a tense lower back. It can be a nice massage to that lower back. And then release. We're going to place the soles of our feet together, and it might be nice at this point if you want to just grab a cushion and just place it under your head. Soles of the feet together. And I want you to place one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. Dropping those knees out to the side. And then inhale. Noticing the belly pushing into that hand. And as you exhale, notice it deflate. So while we're here, just count the breath and inhale for 2 and exhale for 4, but nice and slow. Purposefully extending that exhalation. notice with each exhalation that you're feeling more relaxed, more switched off from the day. And release all the tension. Think about inhaling all the good things, all the things that we need, and exhaling all the things that we don't need, all the toxins in our bodies, all the clutter in our mind, and just release. I'm going to release the hands down to our sides, and we're going to hug the right knee into our chest. I'm going to extend the left one away from us, drawing the right knee in, drawing the left. I'm going to place the left hand onto the right knee and draw it across the body in a nice spinal twist, taking the right arm out to the edge, drawing the shoulder to the floor. Focusing on your breath, bringing your awareness inside, and then bring it back to center. Take that right leg out and hug that left one in. Give it a squeeze, give it a cuddle. And then take the right hand onto the outside edge of the knee, draw it across the body, taking that left arm out to the side. Drawing the knee towards the floor, feeling a bit of an expansion across the chest as you're opening out that heart. Bring it back to the middle. I'm going to do one final stretch. So I want you to take your hands over your head. You might need to just remove the cushion for this one. You take your hands over your head. Your right hand is going to take hold of your left wrist. And you're going to work the hands over to the right side. And you're going to take your feet over to the left side. So you're making like a little banana shape with your body. And just pull a little bit on that left wrist. Taking your feet over only as far as you feel comfortable, and you should feel a contraction in your right side, and then like a real stretch, lengthening of that left side. Take a few breaths here. Wiggle it back to center. So we take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and move it over towards the left side, moving those feet over towards the left in our banana shape the other way. Feeling that stretch and lengthening in the right side and contraction in the left. Nice relaxing breaths. And then bring it back to center. We're just going to take one big starfish stretch. So take the feet slightly out, arms slightly out, and just big stretch, lengthen everything. Add a little bit of tension to the hands. You can even spread the toes. And then release. Let everything go and just stay there for a moment. And when you're ready, grab yourself your pillow, place it under the head, And this is possibly a good time if you want to get a blanket and just cover yourself up, get all snuggly and warm, and just set the feet hip distance apart and let them flop out. My cushion's in the way, just kick it out the way. Flopping those feet out to the side. Palms to the ceiling, slightly away from your body. Chin slightly tucked under, just so you've got a nice lengthening of the spine. Think about the spine being long and straight. And we're going to return to the breath that we had in the middle of our yoga practice, where we inhale for 2 and we exhale for 4. Noticing as you inhale that expansion in the lungs and the belly. And exhaling. Inhale through the nose for 2. And out through the nose for 4. Using the speed of your own breath. Don't force it. Just let it happen. Over time, as you gain control of your breath, you'll be able to make those exhalations longer and longer. Continue counting those breaths. And as you do, I want you to scan the body from the toes, up the legs, into the abdomen, down the arms. Notice how relaxed they feel. Notice with each exhalation how you're sinking deeper and deeper into that lovely space that you feel just before you fall asleep. If any thoughts come into your mind, just acknowledge them and just let them go. Always returning to the breath whenever you feel the mind wandering. If you have any favourite affirmations that you like to say to yourself, say them now in your mind. Or things that we're grateful for. Maybe something lovely that's happened today that you didn't expect. Even the small things. All add up. And then we're going to close down the practice. But feel free to stay exactly where you are for as long as you want. Using that breathing technique of lengthening the exhalation to sink deeper and deeper into that wonderful relaxation. Enjoy the feeling of peace. So good night and namaste.